Welcome to episode 4 of Beer Together. This is going to be one of those dangerous episodes where, you say you're going to go out for one drink, which never happens between Matt and I, and suddenly it's 3 hours later. I think that's the sort of energy we're going to go with today. So be warned. Cue the music. Right then, Matt. What's today's beer?
Oh, it's a oldie but goodie. It's neck oil. It's only one of the biggest sellers in the UK at the minute. Certainly in most pubs that I walk into. It's
It's,
not as ubiquitous as some, but it's getting there.
So, as you say on Beer Tasting 123 on Instagram and the other video channel, let's give it a go. Right. So, for all of those who, a couple of questions I guess we need to cover off on this one. Number one, is neck oil actually a great beer, or is it just a great beer because it's everywhere and it's a safe one to go with? Question for you in a bit. Question two, we said that Two Tribes was a busy can, right? With different cards on it and everything else. I don't know how to start describing the can for Beavertown neck oil. It's the busiest thing in the world. Would it work if it was a plain can? And what's the flying toupee all about on the back of it?
Now, the guy that did it, or designed the cans, and I think still does, was the barman in the pub where they started brewing it.
No.
So, Beavertown, the brewery, comes from a part of London called the Beauvoir Town, right?
Oh, yes.
I think it's the Beauvoir Town.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Beauvoir Town.
Yeah.
There was a specific pub that they worked in. I'll give you the name of it in a second when my brain stops working.
Or starts working, surely.
Oh no, the guy that designed it is a guy called Nick Dwyer, and he was a waiter at Duke's. And he's now, I think he then became the creative director. Whether he is now or not is another matter. But yeah, it was Duke's Brew and Q in de Beauvoir Town. They started it in the basement cellar next door.
Right.
It was for a long time, where it was founded and run up until a few years ago by Logan Plant, who was the son of Robert Plant, not Jimmy Page.
Jimmy Page.
Yeah,
Robert Plant would be very upset to find out his son.
Yeah, exactly. I do apologise. So yeah, they set up the brewery, had it since 2011. So it was set up in 2000. Right. They had it until I think it was in 2019 they sold some of it to fund. They sold it to the Heineken brewery to fund a bigger brewery. And then later on they've sold out completely. So I hate to use a phrase, they've not sold out completely, they sold it completely. So some would say they sold out completely, but not me, because I like the bit.
It was kind of like the first install of a different craft beer, bringing American hops, etc. over. What hops have we got in the Beavertown neck oil? According to the can, we're having a look. According to the can, we've got Mosaic again, Simcoe. We've got Columbus, which I think we had last week. Give me a second. Yeah. Amarillo, Centennial, Galaxy, and here's one I've never ever heard of: Vic Secret. So because I've never heard of it, and because I don't think you'd ever heard of it,
have you looked it up?
I looked it up. So Vic Secret is an Australian hop, and it's designed. It gives that really pineapple-y passion fruit flavour. They're always going to say it's got pine in it, but I don't get that. But I get the passion fruit. I get the pineapple. And part of the reason why it was included was the beer that, like you said, it was from a waiter in a restaurant, did the artwork. The actual restaurant was a barbecue restaurant, so it's got a
Ah, okay.
flavour, and it's almost
Oh yeah,
lagery in.
yeah, brewing queue. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, it's almost lagery in colour, um, but quite really, really, really fruity. We talked about lilt and we talked about mbongo. I'm running out of fruit drinks to link it to.
Yeah.
It's really, really light, but you can see how this would go so well with a barbecue. But we're not on that section yet. 4.3%,
Yeah, you could drink this all day. I
and
could.
that's the problem, right?
Yeah,
But
until the point where I can't drink beer anymore, and then we'd have to think about what we
we'd
would
have
do
to
with it.
start a new podcast
But
called "We're Now Doing Wines We've Had Enough Beer."
yeah, yeah. We start drinking beer. We need to go on to the wine. Let's drink it.
And they've
But
sort
no,
of
I think it's a fantastic beer.
yeah, and it would go
Well, the
that barbecue food. We talk about food every week, so that barbecue
yeah.
food. That this is a chicken, not a beef. This is a let's go with a beef burger, but not the really salty, fatty one. It wouldn't quite have the punch to kick it through like Jaipur did last week.
So when we talked like Jaipur last week about the hops cutting through the fat, the fat in it. So if you have like a fatty food with this one, it actually softens the bitterness.
Yeah,
So it takes the bitterness away. So you're complementing it. The food is complementing the beer, not the beer the food,
yeah,
which I think is, and that's now you say I didn't know it was a barbecue restaurant, but now you've said that it absolutely makes sense. It's a fantastic beer. One that it's one of those ones when you walk into a bar and you don't know what to order and
yeah,
it's on, you have it. That's it.
yeah.
It's a safe one until you've got into a bar and you've sussed it out. And you kind of then go, well, I think this is all right. So I'll go for one of the weirdy ones or one that's a bit different that I've not tasted before.
It's a gateway
Because
beer,
then you
right? So
kind of,
you
do you
yeah.
trust it or do you not trust it?
But for people going in, and I know going to pubs now, it's available in plenty of places. But they've got the funky tap handles with the skull and the balloon
Mm-hmm.
and everything else that's on it. It's a gateway beer because it's fairly lager esque in a way, in the colour and
Mm-hmm.
the lightness of it, same sort of strength. And it's sort of people take it and go, oh, I'm having an IPA. I hadn't realized. I thought that was just one of those cool lagers that's out there. It doesn't overplay its heritage. You say Logan Plant, Led Zeppelin, rock and roll connection there, and that's where the name comes from, as far as I'm aware. I did hear this story. You'll correct me if I'm wrong, because you are the expert from Beer Tasting 123 on Instagram and the video channel, not YouTube, the other one, shorter videos. Time's like a clock. So I'm not going to say the word anymore. I'm refusing to promote them. It's one man
All right.
stand against Sounds Like a
You
Clock
do
video
that.
channel.
You do that.
Yeah. Apparently, Logan's granddad used to say when he popped down the pub, he was going to oil his neck. So he's
Yeah.
going down for a couple of pints to oil his neck. So neck oil is
Yeah, so it's
where the
from
name
the
came from.
original, from the West Black Country, or from
Yeah.
Birmingham, the Birmingham area. Yeah, so supposedly
But
that's the.
yeah.
But I've, the phrase was I've heard it long before that. Pint of neck oil long before this came out. But you
Really?
know, I've been around.
Ah,
Some would say.
ah. And we talk about sort of accessibility. This is everywhere now. Heineken have taken over. They've built a fantastic,
Mm.
or not fantastic, they've built a brand new £40 million brewery to produce all this. They've got some other flavours out there now. I noticed on your Instagram the other week you had the Gamma Town, was it you tried?
No, yeah, no, I've not tried it, but yeah, I've had the Gamma Ray. I've had several of their other beers, and they're all good. They're all good beers, whether they're the higher strengths or lower strengths. They're all good beers. The bit that kind of, I won't say galls me, but it does. It's been taken over by one of the big breweries
Yeah.
because it was so successful and so it was so good. And hey, that's the way it goes. But
Yeah.
I don't know. Part of me says, do I really want to be drinking it? It's not. Is it really a craft beer anymore? It's not. It's not craft beer anymore. It's a
Oh,
craft
no.
style beer brewed by a big brewery.
Yeah.
If this were I don't know if one of the others had developed a beer that they'd said was a craft beer, but it wasn't. It was designed by them. Would that be? Would I be drinking it? I'd probably say no. I'm not going to bother. Green King, Level
Yeah.
Head, any of those kind of things. You know, would
Mm.
I be looking at those and going, "Oh, I'll drink that," because it's craft esque? Whereas this was a craft beer and is
Yeah.
now no longer a craft beer because it's brewed by Heineken.
Yeah.
Does it stop it being a bad beer? No, not at all.
And
Does it
there's
annoy
been
me?
some
Yeah, a little
debate
bit.
about whether it's lost. There's been some debate about whether it's lost a little bit of its. We talked about BrewDog losing its soul, but it's lost a little bit of the soul and the quality from when it first came out. I don't have any cans from those days, so I can't compare like for like. But well, that's just a mental
No.
perception
I think
rather
that's
than a
people
taste
looking back
perception.
and go. I think that's people looking back and saying it was better. It was better before because I'm not
Yeah,
sure. I'm
yeah,
not sure I would remember the beer that was before since they changed it. It's not. It's not like what was it? New Coke.
yep,
When they brought out New Coke and everyone went, "That's foul," so they went
yeah,
back to the old recipe.
yeah.
I'm not sure that there was a change in recipe. I just think there was probably slightly change in process, change in amount that
Mm-hmm.
they were putting out. So there may have been a change in quality. I'm not sure, but can we prove it? No, I don't think you can.
No,
Unless you've got a can of
absolutely.
that and a can of that, and you open both, and one's going to be, you know, 7 or 8 years old. So
Yeah,
hey,
I'm trying to think of other famous things that came out of Australia, apart from Foster's, obviously, in the drinking market.
VB's
Because
all
I
right.
mean, yeah, true. Hooch,
Hoopers, hooch.
Hoopers, Hooch. God, do you remember those?
God,
Was it
God,
Two
can
Dogs?
you
Was Two
imagine?
Dogs the other one?
Two dogs and Hooper. Yeah, Hooper's hooch. I think it was
Hoopers
Australian,
Hooch
wasn't
was
it?
the two
I'm not
lemons,
sure
right,
what two dogs was,
on the
but
green bottle that just tasted like lemonade. And when we were running
yeah,
nightclubs, people were ordering that. Is that because Smirnoff Ice tasted too strong?
yeah. It was that, and then if you put it with a half pint of Stella, it'd be a turbo shandy, and both your legs would fall off.
Both your legs would
Terrible
fall off
stuff.
incredibly quickly. So the Vic Secret, actually, it's interesting because it's a different hop, right? With a real, I get a lot more tropical flavour from this than I do other craft ales who've got the same hops listed in it, with the exception of Vic Secret. But
Yeah,
I don't think that's the flavour I'm getting. It's the aftertaste. Don't know what you think.
yeah. I think that I'm gonna have to go and try another bit though.
There you go. Have another sip. Any excuse.
I think when I first started drinking this, it was very, very different. Now I'm tasting. I think they all become they become one until you put them up against each other. So what you
Yeah,
have to
valid.
do is
Yeah.
have a flight of beers and then go, right, well, that taste of that, that taste of that. With a day's difference or even a few hours difference, I'm not able to kind of say that that's this or that's that.
No,
I
no,
better
I
than
get
this or
you.
better than that.
I'm just trying to think of one of the craft ales that we've had together, maybe at Camden Pale or something like that. There's certainly a lot more fruit comes through at the very end, and I don't see a Vic Secret anywhere else. So going back to the band analogy, I guess it's kind of like the bass player. You know, it's there doing its stuff, and you can't quite identify why Level 42 is so brilliant
What
compared
he's
to other
actually
bands
doing, but you'd miss
from the
it
Isle of Wight.
if it wasn't there.
But you'd
Yeah.
miss it if it wasn't there.
We apologise to
Level
all bass
42
players.
being the most obscure reference on a podcast ever.
But yeah, we apologise to all the bass players out there. We admire you all, and yeah, let's not go there.
Because there's more of them than there is us.
Yeah, I'm not gonna carry on with that conversation. If it was
No,
just
but
us, I would have added to that. But
yeah,
there
we'll
isn't. There's
just
other
leave it there,
people.
shall we?
I
So
think we
yeah,
should.
you raise a really valid point though. Is a Heineken owned beer or a TSG owned beer or a Molson Coors owned beer ever going to be able to be called itself craft? Is it the origin or the production that classes it that way?
I think if you put the word style after it, you'd be all right. I
Ooh,
think that
Interesting.
purist craft style. Um, could you be cast as a craft beer? What is a craft beer? What's the? I'm sure there is a definition, a true definition, but I don't know what it is. Is it
No.
the amount of barrels, the amount of liquid that they put out every liters that they make?
Yeah. Yeah.
Which I think actually there is, but I don't know what the score is.
We should probably look that sort of stuff up if we did a podcast about it, right?
You should do, but I'll tell you what. Let's look it up this week, and we'll come back to you next week with the exact.
There you go, with the exact answer.
Because we're not into the figures.
No, not into the figures.
We're into
at
conjecture and making it up as we're going on.
I'm just trying to think. Compare this to the dry pull we had last week, or the Hazy Jane. It's a lot lighter mouthfeel to both of them. Do you think that's down to the alcohol content? Yeah. It's 1% lower than Hazy Jane and 1.5% lower than Dry Pur. But it's more accessible, I guess. He's having a sip. Bear with him.
Yeah. No, it is accessible. No, you're right. I think it's the lower alcohol.
Mm. It's built for drinking more than thinking. Which is a bit of a problem when we've got a podcast to fill.
Mate,
all we're going to do is sit
here
and
just put me down in one sentence. That's me in a sentence.
Matt from Beer Tasting 123, his new tagline: built for drinking more than thinking.
Yeah, that's me. Go. But anyway, going back.
Could also be your new tattoo.
I'm not getting that tattoo. I'm not allowed.
Oh.
People mocked me
by the way.
They wanted the tattoo, but they mocked me, and I said, "No, all right, that's it. We won't bother." Chucked me toys out the pram, and went off with my nose in a sling. It was terrible.
Right, there's too much to unpack from that one sentence that I think we made a separate conversation about it. But the idea of you in a pram, and then how do you put your nose in the? You said you chucked your toys out the pram, and then you put your nose in the sling. Right, how do you put your nose in the sling?
I don't know. It's a phrase, surely.
It's not. I've never heard of it in my life.
Look it up. Go
on. No, I want you to explain what you think a nose sling is.
And go,
what's a nose sling?
Nose in a sling.
No, right. We're going to carry on this conversation. This podcast isn't edited, all being edited in this. Nose in sling. Well, there is a nose sling, but that's ridiculous. Someone who's been told off or has missed out on something is feeling miffed about it could be said to have their nose in a sling. Well, only if they come from Corby.
No, it's quite a thing. Anyway, look.
We'll move on.
It is what it is.
I'm sure on TikTok. Oh, sorry, gave it away. There are loads of videos of people with nasal slings because that's cats wearing them or something.
TikTok. It's doing all right. I'm quite, just.
Are you 500,000 followers yet?
Getting our message out there. It's getting the message out there.
It is, and it's. I'm just thinking about going back to that craft brewery conversation or question that I asked earlier about: is it still a craft beer if Heineken had it? Is this going to be a beer you'll find in one of the bottle shops we've alluded to in the past? So we talked about the one in Colchester. There's one in the back end of a pub near me. Back end of a pub doesn't sound right. Back of a pub sounds better. In the back of a pub near me. You're not going to find this there now, are you? So that define what craft is and craft isn't?
I think I can't see why you wouldn't, but I don't think you would.
Yeah,
it's a legitimate beer. It's a legitimate beer, a legitimate drinking beer. What those bottle shops and what those kind of places are better at isn't trying to compete with the supermarkets that can do this beer for a lot lower price. It's so people that want certain beers or they want to experience beers that they wouldn't find anywhere else. Mm-hmm. So why would you fill your shelves with something that you can't beat on price?
Yeah,
because then you're bringing in people that are overpaying for, a beer that they could get at Sainsbury's or other supermarkets.
Or other supermarkets are available.
Or lots of different supermarkets sell it, or the corner shop, or wherever. Those that kind of bottle shop or that kind of off license or whatever they are
Yeah.
excel at selling or sourcing beer that you wouldn't find anywhere else.
From we talked
And the
about
price
talked.
point, the price point shows it.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about last week. We talked about the beers we tried at the Bakewell Brew School. Let me do that sentence again.
Bruce,
At the Bakewell Brew School that we went to for a couple of days, and we had some brewers there that were selling stuff to local bottle shops and local off licenses. One of them was themed around the Death Star. I seem to remember it was slightly orange flavored, about 10%, but it tasted amazing. Yeah, you can't. The problem is, I guess, if you stick that in the fridge at £3, £2.95 for a can of neck oil, people are going to go, well, I can get a box of it for a tenner down at Tesco's.
yeah,
You lose that trust in the bottle shop, and what they're doing is sourcing these beers you can't get anywhere else.
exactly. And there might be, I was up at the one local to me a little while back, and there were 8, 9, 10, £12.
Yeah,
But they were 8, 9, 10%
yeah. And we
ABV.
went to that one.
So you're not going to drink
Small,
18 of them. Well, if you
yeah,
are, you've got real, quite serious issues.
you got
Or
very
going to
good
have
liver.
serious issues.
We went to the one in St Albans. There's one, a little tiny one on the outskirts, not the outskirts, the suburbs of St Albans, and they had some wine bottle size. Remember? And we looked at the price; they were 30 odd quid. But you think, well, actually, if I was buying a bottle of hand produced wine of that volume, I'd be paying that price for it. And I think there's a perception that beer has to be cheap. Beer's worth the effort that's put into it, right?
Yeah, I think so.
I mean, our beer's worth nothing because we put no effort into it.
Yeah, actually, I will tell you this today. I will not today, or no, yesterday. I got the 3. Do you remember the first beer we ever did? We had them in plastic bottles.
We were originally really, really creative. We called the first beer we ever did Beer 1.
Beer 1.
The second beer we ever
I
did
had 3
Beer
bottles
2.
of Beer 1.
Yeah, I've still got 2 bottles of Beer 1.
Have you? I haven't, because I got rid of them. And I put the bottles into recycling. So they went on my garden.
Beer 1 was a plastic bottle.
Yeah. It went into my
the reason why I haven't got rid of it yet is I'm not entirely sure my Victorian brains would cope with it.
Well, mine went on the garden. And my wife did say, if that kills the plants, you're in absolute...
I was going to say, is that why the box heads died?
She's really angry. Well, I poured it on one plant that we think is dead, and I'm hoping it'll revive it.
Okay, well, if we've discovered the miracle elixir of life, then
we've got none left. We've only got 2 bottles left.
We've got 2 bottles left. We won't live forever. But yeah, anyway, you won't find that, folks, in your local bottle shop. But these independent places. We're sort of Buckinghamshire, Essex, so we meet Hertfordshire. There's a fantastic. I keep using the word fantastic, but there's a lot of the camera stuff do home brewing. That's the word I'm looking for. Home brewing classes where people get to come and share their beers. We won't be at any of those sessions because we like people. We don't want to kill them all. But that's what community feels. Almost like a mini pub, I guess.
Yeah. That's I think if it's done well, that's what it's about. It's there was some on draft, some not on draft, some you can pick up. If the collection, I hate to use the phrase collection, but if the offering is curated well, and it's got a high turnover and people are buying it, and the people that run it care about not only their customers but about the product, then you walk into one of those places and it's open. It opens
You're part of the community, right?
A wealth of opportunities to taste beer that other people unless you're in I don't know, in Dorset, or you're in Northumberland, or you're in Birmingham, or wherever it is, that these small breweries don't get the opportunity to expand or sell out their beers.
I'm confused how your mind went Dorset, Northumberland, Birmingham.
I know, but
Dorset.
I'm really passionate. I'm passionate about those kind of places because,
Yeah,
again,
yeah.
I'm
Birmingham.
passionate about people who care about, not about Birmingham. Passionate about people that care about what they do,
Yeah.
and whether that's whatever you're selling, whether you're selling bananas or you're selling beer or you're selling whatever. If you
Do it because
have
you
the
care, right?
customer as the heart of whatever you do, yeah,
Yeah, yeah. Absolutely. And sometimes we thought like that in the pubs, right?
that was a bit different. We were young. We were stupid. We were
And what's
young.
great,
We had no.
we were
I
young,
don't
we were
think I had any
impetuous.
morals until I was in my 40s.
I was going to say, we only got them in the last 5 years.
Close enough. Well, some would say.
and, and,
Yeah, I was,
and And what's been really interesting is our travels around the world, and I'm conscious of the time, and we've promised to be a 30-minute podcast. Travels around the world, different styles of beers that you get throughout. And I know we've got listeners from all over the world, from Australia over to the States via Indonesia and Poland. Every beer is valid. Every beer has a reason for existing. And what the bottle shops, what? Oh, fudge cakes.
arse biscuits. you stacked it.
I did really well then. I was doing so well. This is
Let's just
and
say,
what?
when we do the milk stout, it's got to be short sentences and a lot of, yeah, that's right. I waffled on like a twat. You let me,
It
you
was really
bastard.
good. It was really good. And by the way, all that gibberish is staying in
All right.
because it's funny and it makes me look stupid. Bottle shops. That's what I'm trying to say. This is the
What,
problem
bottle
with neck
shops?
oil, right?
Say it
Bottle
again.
shops.
Go on.
Anyway, say
Happy
bottle
days.
shops. Bottle shops. Bottle shops. Bottle shops. That's the problem with neck oil. Is it's drinkable, but it's drinkable. I've totally lost my train of thought now. Anyway, the great thing about bottle shops is it gives you access to things that are different regions, different reasons for existing as well. So again, we go back to the one near you where you've got the sort of New Forest beers that are there. There's no reason for you to ever experience in Essex what a New Forest beer tastes like. There's the Bat Brewery in Wellow in the New Forest. It's producing some really, really vibrant beers. You're never going to taste them at your local because they're producing 2-3 barrels, and it's for
Yeah.
local centres and the rest of it. Back to the Bakewell. Almost said Buxton. Back to the Bakewell story of the corner bar, and they're selling Jaipur there to the tractors. We should, thinking of time, think about choosing your fighter. So current incumbent is still, after 2 successful rounds, Hazy Jane. Where are you going to go?
There's only one. It's neck oil. It has to be. It's everywhere, and I know it's brewed by Heineken, but it's still a good beer. And like I was saying earlier, it used to be, for me, it used to be Guinness. So I walked into a bar, and if I
Yeah.
hadn't known that bar at all, I'd have a pint of Guinness, and invariably it'd be okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the first pint will probably be, if it's in there, neck oil. If it's not, it'll be Brewdog. It'll be something that I know, and then I can suss out whether I feel that, the the tables are clean or the glasses are cleaned or whatever it may be, so that then I can have another beer, because everyone's cellar's different, and I get really, really umpy when I feel
Yeah.
that
Yeah, we
someone
talked about the sump pub
isn't looking
last
after
week.
their
Yeah.
cellar.
Yeah. Okay. So I think there's more to it on this one because I think both Neck Oil and Hazy Jane they both come from the same experience, if you like. They've come from an independent that's been acquired by a corporate company. We've talked about that
Yeah.
at great length on episode 2. So let's go with 3 rounds for this one for Choose Your Fighter rather than just straight out. So round 1
Go on.
is flavour. Which one has the most flavour? Which is bigger, bolder, more complex? Tough one, huh?
Yeah, only because I've been drinking neck oil now,
Yeah.
and I'm thinking neck oil. I think
See, I'd go Hazy
there are
Jane is
3
memorable. I
beers that
won't
I'm
remember.
thinking of that are. Go on. There are 3 beers that I'm thinking of that I have a interchangeable in my head,
Right,
and
go.
that is Neck Oil, Hazy Jane, and Camden Pale.
I think Camden sits outside of that. Maybe we need to do a different one. It's less fruity. Camden and Hazy. And,
in my head,
so
those three are interchangeable.
Flavour wise, I think Hazy Jane's got more of a punch to it. And remember, the last Hazy Jane you had was full of guavas, so that is going to skew you.
There was guavas in it, yeah.
And there's more complexity. It's bigger. We talked about it's got more boldness to it. It's more strength to it, and that might be down to the alcohol, but there's definitely more strength to it, and that therefore is bigger flavour. So my argument would be that Hazy Jane wins flavour. Neck Oil's great, tastes great, but Hazy Jane's got a bigger, bolder flavour. You can disagree.
I do, but okay, that's fine. I get it. I get the point. Okay, let's call it. Let's go with that one. With
Hazy Jane wins round 1. Round 2 is drinkability.
That's Neck Oil every time.
Yeah, it's Neck Oil, yeah, isn't it? Because Neck Oil's a night, right? And Hazy Jane's a pint. You're not going to go, let's have a pint out on a Hazy Jane, night out on a Hazy Jane. We're all wandering up and cuddling posters and saying we love them.
Yeah. There's not a huge amount of ABV difference, but Neck Oil, I'll drink.
It's enough.
All day.
It's enough. And I guess the last one is, when would you drink it? So, which one has the greater occasion? I would, again, Neck Oil is that more everyday, all day, rather than Hazy Jane, which is not a treat. That's the wrong word. I'm incredibly distracted because someone in a go-kart is currently pedalling up the road opposite me.
Pedaling on a go-kart. Old school go-kart. An old school go-kart. My God.
It's got a high-vis jacket on, so that's good.
That's all right. Is it a real person or a child?
I'll send you a photo. Hang on.
Please do.
It's just go around the corner. Yeah, I'll do that now. There he is. Oh, that's a lamppost in the way. Anyway, occasion. Which one has the greater occasion to it? Is it Hazy Jane or Neck Oil? It's an easy one for me. It's Neck Oil. There's going to be more times that I'd be drinking Neck Oil.
If you mean, more times that you would drink it, I think it is. Yeah. I think it's got to be Neck Oil. Neck Oil at 11 o'clock in the morning, or when you get on the plane.
You've already said that you're doing 2 tribes at 10 o'clock in the morning, and you're only having Hazy Jane after 6.
Yeah, but we never had Neck Oil before this. So Neck Oil, when you getting on a plane at for a 6:30 flight, and you're going out half past 4 in the morning, then you can drink Neck Oil.
Times are available.
It's not a hard drink to drink. Yeah, it's not a hard drink to drink, so you get on easy dive. See?
Well, there you go. Well, I apologise about my ramble about the guy in a go-kart. Slightly surreal, and I've got to now address whether I have a window in front of me for future podcasts. I've sent Matt the picture. He's got to try and zoom in. Very, very strange.
What the hell?
But at least he had a high-vis jacket.
It's a bloke in a high-vis on a pedal go-kart. I don't think people are normal.
All happens around here.
Well, yes.
So, Choose Your Fighter. Hazy Jane has lost its prime position, and our new incumbent, our new AJ, our new Tyson Fury is Beavertown Neck Oil. Come back and see us next week and see whether it will be knocked off the top spot. But for now, his name is Matt.
And he is Elton.
He forgets every weekend on a Sunday. The sign-off is, his name is Matt.
And he
forgot again.
All right.
Last go.
Do it again. Last one.
So, the outcuts video is going to be great. So Beavertown Neck Oil is staying on. We'll be back next week to try pit it against something else in Choose Your Fighter. So his name is Matt.
And his name is Elton.
I'm sure he doesn't remember my name. And we are Beer Together. We'll see you soon.